Alright, welcome back to Alliance War Season 30. We got War number 4. We're starting off with Magneto, Kingpin, and Doc on the main account. We're starting on path 9. You know, Kingpin is going to be taking these hazard shift nodes, no problem. I think I do get a little aggressive here against this Red Goblin, and I think I end up eating a special one just at the end, but we're fine. Kingpin can mitigate some healing there. I waited like half a second, like a split second too long to attack back in, but it's fine. We purified his incinerate and we finish him off no problem. We can just throw on a potion, or we've got all these regen boosts that are still available, and they keep giving us more, so we got to use them anyways. So we'll throw one on, go in. We'll take down this massacre. And Kingpin's actually a nice counter for this massacre, because if you go in with an incinerate immune champion against massacre, and you actually are immune to an incinerate, so if the incinerate buff goes on and you hit in and it goes on you, and if you're incinerate immune, you're going to take degen. So here I'm purifying the debuff, I'm not immune to it, and that is definitely the better way to go around this massacre. So Kingpin, again, super counter for hazard shift. And he goes down. Next we have a Tigra, also with hazard shift. Kingpin's going to take care of her also, no problem. I don't even think she ends up throwing a special in this fight, if I'm not mistaken. Nice big special one. I was waiting to see, is she going to throw a special? No, we'll just parry and finish her off. No problem. Next up, Kingpin on Power Snack. I was trying to figure out what am I going to do for this one. And I went ahead and decided I'm going to go ahead with Doc Ock, but have someone put a Magneto House of X pre-fight so that I can parry him freely. Or else he can... The issue here is I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get my heal blocks and my power locks to actually stick, because there's a chance for him to purify them. But at the same time, with the guidance pre-fight, I can parry him freely. And it worked out pretty well that he was nice enough to continue throwing his special ones. Now the only thing it does, because of Power Snack, you can see I'm trying to keep my distance on him. I want to trigger my I only want a dex when he's below 1 bar of power, for the most part, so that he doesn't... I don't want to push him to 2. That is the goal. We want to avoid a special 2 here at all costs. So I am slow playing it a little bit. Just let him throw those specials. Don't be too close to him. So you can see there, he gets the power gain when I dex, but I'm trying to mitigate it so that it's only special ones as much as possible. And again, if you're new to the channel here, we did run 2 accounts in Alliance War. They're both mine, they're both legitimate, and I run them in the same battle group. We get tons of fights every war. We got, I think, 16 fights in this one. Last war was a personal best of 19 fights in a single war. We also were boosted, because we got boosts coming out the wazoo, and we've got and we speed up the fights just a little bit so we can keep it to around 20 minutes for the entire video. So I know this was a bit of a longer fight, but it seemed pretty safe. The way I was playing it, you can see there my power lock stuck there for a little bit. Now we're a little bit stuck against the wall, but that's fine. We'll get some parry heavies out of it. And again, the guidance boost is just allowing me, because I'm #metal, to get the passive stuns, which is great, because Kingpin can shrug it off. I was trying to think, maybe, you could go maybe Doom here and try and steal his power. I'm sure someone like Vision, I'm sure, is great here. But again, I thought that this worked out pretty well. I was pretty happy with the way this fight turned out overall. I think at the end it gets a little dicey, and we just gotta hit into him just to finish it off before he gets to... here, he's not throwing his special, so we're just going to attack in here. and finish him off. Done. So pretty happy with the way that went. Now we're going to go on to path 5. We got Colossus, Guillotine 2099, and Magneto. I was eyeing Colossus for a bishop in the boss circle for a fight that we've done a bunch of times in previous seasons. And he actually works out extremely well for Arcus here, because Arcus is going to put a cold snap on you if he has a power gain buff and you have the armor break on you. The way you get the armor break on you is if you're too close to Arcus for too long. What I've got, but Colossus is immune to armor break, so he's never going to get the cold snap. And I can't remember, he might be cold snap immune also. I know he's incinerate immune. And I think he might be frostbite or cold snap immune as well. So again, it's perfect counter Colossus to Arcus here. Just take that special 2 on the block. He's got recoil on. He's done. Now, I wasn't sure who I was going to have. When I'm planning this out, I'm looking at it going, well, I want Magneto for another fight. I want Guillotine 29 for another fight. And I want Colossus for another fight. Then I remember Annihilus, #metal. So we can go in with Magneto. Now, it's not guaranteed that I'm going to be able to get the parry off. But for the most part, I'm able to get the parries on. I'm able to drop some nice heavies on him. I just have to be a little bit careful. There I was a little too anxious with that special 1. Kind of hit him into the block, which not great, but it's fine. And again here, push him. Just I know when he throws that heavy attack, the node has heavy hitter, and normally he gets his unstoppable on the heavies, so I really can't counter any heavy attacks. So if anything, I can kind of wait for him to push him to a special 1, intercept him, or luck out on some parries. So here up against the wall, we're just going to throw our special 1 to get out of it. Nice finish. Next, we're going to move up into section 2 on path 5. We've got a Rhino and ebb and flow intercept, but I'm not going to be able to intercept him here. I think back in the day, the only champion that I was able to do an actual consistent intercept with would be Blade with the Void, Blade with the Ghost Rider synergy, so that he can he gets the danger sense for villains, and then you could go ahead and go in here, or I guess if the phasing works, but I don't want to deal with unblockable his unblockable dash. So I'm like, okay, I've got a Mortal Eye Bomb fight next. I'm going to be using Guillotine 2099 for that fight anyways, so I'm going to go ahead, slow play this one, just slowly build up my combo meter. The degens are going to be more than enough to take him down in the time needed. So I'm just going to, and you can see even here, I'm going to throw some special 2s just to ramp up my combo even higher, faster, and then see if we can just bait special 1s and 2s, and then we don't really have to worry about Rhinos. We don't have to worry about the M-Flow intercept for Rhino. So I actually don't mind the method here. It's not too bad. It's a little, again, some of the fights this war are a little slower, but I'd rather go with the safe method than risk it trying to blitz it with something else. So I'm pretty happy with my method, which is more slow and steady and more slow and reliable, we'll call it. So here we're just near the end. We want him to get him to 5% or less, and then drop a special 3, and the fight is done. All right, next up we've got an Immortal Abomination fight. So again, we've got our 100 hit combo to start with. So I am going to try and weave in a couple intercepts if we can. There we go. And then it's just going to be a ton of damage really fast. So this is going to be, we're going to have one slow fight, and then this makes this fight a lot faster. So a few seconds into the fight, we're already almost at 50% done. I do need the time to build up to a special 3, because I have, again, every fight after the first one, I'm trying to start with that I have Guillotine 2099. I want to start with the 100 combo. We're eyeing, I think there's a Domino in the boss circle, followed by an Apocalypse boss that we're looking for Guillotine 2099 to handle. So there we just take that part of his special one on the block, get him down to below 5%. So just give him a second if he wants to behave. There, one hit in, we're below 5%. I'm sure at 5% I could have dropped it, but I just want to be extra safe. And down goes I-Bomb. Okay, next we have Nova, Ebb and Flow Intercept, Mighty Charge. We've done this fight before. Again, we threw on a Advanced Power Boost just to get to a Special 3 faster. And again, I can Nova's here because if you auto block, like he can auto block if you intercept him, and on Ebb and Flow, like Flow Intercept plus intercepting for auto blocks. But Magneto is puts the magnetism on him because he's #metal, so we can intercept him no problem. The only issue is it's twofold. I can intercept him without getting auto blocked, but the magnetism is going to shut down the node, so I might not get the Ebb and Flow Intercept Fury. So what I do like to do is try and build up to a Special 3. I can get the Furies that Magneto gets from his Special 3, plus a bit of damage from dropping the Special 3. The bleeds aren't going to do too much because Mighty Charge, he can dash forward and purify them. So I think at this point, I decided I was going to just throw a couple, again, still baiting specials as best I can. He is a high ground defender, so you can see he does have those aptitude charges, so I don't want to take too many hits on the block. So I figure I might as well start hitting into him, try and get every 10 hits you remove one of those aptitude charges. So now we're going ahead and trying to mitigate that a little bit. We can just kind of hit into him, drop some special ones. And we're still doing more than enough damage to get him done here. We tried a Special 2, didn't really do too much, but that's fine. We do have to take a little bit of block damage on his Special 2. We're able to evade part of it and not take too much of that energy damage from the aptitudes. And that Special 1 is going to finish him. Next, let's go back onto the right side on our way to Section 2. We've got an Encroaching Stun Void. We've got Kingpin. I don't think this is going to be a problem. Now, I was more focused on this fight on the Encroaching Stun Timer than I was on my combo meter and his intimidating debuffs. I just figured with class advantage, as long as I can get my special off in time. So there we go, the Encroaching Stun Timer is going down. We're going to drop a Special 2, evade his, and I think we should be able to finish this one off before we get to the next Encroaching Stun Timer. So that one's done. Next, we've got a Miles Morales on Window of Opportunity Stun, One Eye Open. The key against Miles after his buff is to just not throw specials. If you throw a special, he is going to go invisible. So I am just going to not throw specials and we'll be fine. I'll just block and counter his heavy. And there he goes. Super fast. Kingpin's a beast. Next, we've got Dragon Man. Now, I have fought Dragon Man on this node, Window of Opportunity Stun, Empowered Immunity a bunch of times. I don't want to throw Special 1 because that's going to give him a bleed and he's immune to it. It's going to give him power. I don't want to throw Special 2 and armor break him. It's gonna because then I'll get degened, because if you armor break Dragon Man, you take degen. So I always want to go to a Special 3. Now, I think the only thing I didn't realize that what was going on in this fight is that I wasn't able to keep up I wasn't paying attention to try and keep my prowess up. And because I was letting my prowess drop, I'm pretty sure what was happening is that he must have Mystic Dispersion. So every time one of my buffs disappears, I'm feeding him power. So luckily I was able to get rid of his power gain buff. I'm able to get rid of the Window of Opportunity Stun Timer altogether because of the magnetism. So Magneto is great for this node when you see a #metal champion. But that's fine. We're going to go ahead and drop our Special 3 and finish him off before he starts spamming too many specials. All right, next up, we've got this bishop fight on Vigorous Assault and Indomitable. So I can only do like 1% health. I sped this fight up a lot. I might actually just let the music play and you can watch this one. I can go through it again if you haven't seen it from the previous seasons. Bishop puts Incinerates on you on the special one, or if you get too close to him after the special one. But Colossus is Incinerate immune, so you don't have to worry about that. He's very tanky. He can block all those special ones, no problem. I do not want to deal with his special 2 at all. Now on this node, he's unblockable when he has a regen buff. The only time that Bishop is going to have a regen buff is if he turtles up and you hit into his block. So you'll see the entire fight, I am not going to hit it into his block at all. I don't want to deal with an unblockable special 1. I don't want to deal with an unblockable special 2. I'm going to drop my special 3 on him, which is going to allow me to parry him even more consistently for a little bit. And it's really just a bunch of parry heavies. The problem is there was a Footloose node that I didn't end up taking, but I was worried that I might have to take it. And one of the ways around a Footloose node earlier would be to put the slow your roll attacker tactic, which gives, which Colossus has, which is putting a slow debuff every time I do a heavy. So the problem with this fight is that it's extremely long and I almost don't get out of it because I keep putting a slow on him and the slow is feeding him willpower healing. And so because you can only do 1% attack per hit, I am slowly feeding him damage. I think near the end I decided instead of going parry heavies, I just start going parry and just hitting into him just to get more hits in. Even if they're, because a parry heavy I have a chance to bypass the Indomitable with the Pacify or Petrify Masteries. I'm able to try and get, sometimes I can get some 8k crits instead of just 1 to 2,000 per hit. But when I see the timer going down, I am rushing like crazy just to try and get as many hits in as possible on this one. So it was a little, if I didn't put, I was thinking at the beginning I shouldn't put the slow on, but then I wasn't sure if I needed to help out on the Footloose node. So that is my reason why I've got it on in the first place, but just made this fight a little more stressful. And you can see I get him down with under 30 seconds to go, but we get through the fight. Next is a Domino. It's a 6-star rank 3 Domino on Brute Force, Spry, Limber. We have someone put the guidance boost on from White Magneto, so I can parry freely. The issue with this Domino here is I'm going in with Guillotine 2099. I've got my combo up. I know I'm going to be able to melt this Domino. All I need Domino to do is throw specials. And we get to... We're going through the beginning of this fight, no problem. That's 2 specials that she throws. I'm already up to my special 3. I think I threw an advanced power boost on, just in case I melted her down too fast. I just wanted to make sure that I get to that special 3. And now you can see here, she's at like 30%, but doesn't want to throw that special 2. And if I wait too long, I start taking degen from Brute Force. So I've got to figure out, okay, I'm going to throw another tap in here. I'm going to try and, please throw special 2. She throws a heavy. I throw another hit in just to get rid of Brute Force. She doesn't want to do it. I said, screw it. I'm going in with a full combo. I'm going to hold block. She's luckily enough, she doesn't throw the special 3. She throws a full combo into my block. I'm able to counter, get her down to 4%, drop a special 3. So it was a calculated risk, but sometimes you just got to be lucky. And that worked out, but she just wasn't throwing the special. I didn't know what else to do there. Second last fight here for me is Modok on Hazard Shift Stun Immune. We've done this fight a bunch of times with Kingpin in the past. The goal here is pretty short combos for the most part. Make sure he doesn't doesn't get the auto block in there. But as soon as I get the first special 1 off, then the ability accuracy reduction is going to help prevent me from him triggering the auto block. And if he does auto block me, there's a good chance that Kingpin is going to purify the stun anyways. So for the most part, hit into his block, bait special 1s, and counter. And that's all I'm trying to do here. I'm pretty confident evading his special 1 at this point. I do get clipped there for a second, but it's our second last fight. I knew I had an unblockable special 1 there, and he's done. Now, last but not least, it's another Apocalypse boss fight. I think this is 6-star rank 3. We got Guillotine 2099. If you watched this week's side quest video, I took down Apocalypse with Guillotine 2099 every single time. This fight is going to be no different. I'm going to do exactly the same thing. I'm going to bait heavies. I'm going to take specials on the block, and I'm just going to keep ramping in, spamming special ones to keep him power drained, and watch him melt down. So I hope you enjoyed today's war video. We got 16 more solos. I think we're 64-2 through 4 wars, which is, I think, my best start in recent memory. So I hope this is helping you guys get through your paths. I hope you guys are having an awesome season, and we will see you in the next one.